I hope you're ready. There are going to be some gems dropped in this video. What's up, everybody? Thanks a lot for showing up. You're tuned in to another episode of Flawless Fatherhood. And this is just not any video. This is the ultimate Flawless Fatherhood series. Part 1. That's right. Remember I said it's going to be three parts, right? First part will be for the new and expecting fathers. Part 2 will be for the married fathers. Part 3 will be for the fathers that don't live with their children. Let's get into it. Hey guys, listen. I'm not an attorney, nor do I want to be. What I am is a person that's been through the system and has came out favorably through a marriage and divorce and through an unwed relationship, being able to possess my sons as the primary residential parent through a divorce, my 2 sons, and being able to have my youngest son as a 50-50 legal and physical timeshare, week-to-week timeshare with his mother. That's right. And it works marvelously for him. We got to get out of this thing thinking like, oh, the kids live in a broken household. No, shut up. That's stupid. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear that. As long as the mother and father give sound love pouring into that child will be just fine. Trust me. What's more detrimental is a child living and seeing turmoil and frustration and feeling negative energy between their parents. That's toxic as hell and irresponsible. I don't want to hear about what won't work. I've already had my 9 and 3-year-old come up that I was the primary parent for, and guess what? They went to their mothers on their weekend or her every other weekend visitation, and I got the support for her raising them, and they grew up just fine. Loved me and her mom equally. Aspiring adults out there in the world, making the business. My youngest son, that's 10 years old, guess what? He's flourishing as well. And everybody that knows me personally as part of the platform, they know I'm telling the truth. Yes, me and her co-parent great. I'm tired of this broken home thinking that something has to be one particular way. Relationships aren't promised to last. What is promised to last and never change is the bond and the blood that you share with your child. That husband or wife or boyfriend or girlfriend is not promised to you, but that is always promised to be your son or daughter. So that's paramount. Damn it, about to get me hot in here before I start the damn program. Now, let's get into it. Part 1, new and expecting fathers. I am in the business of deprogramming what the hell we've been taught. We've all been bamboozled and tricked. I had to learn the hard way. I had to go through a situation and be like, well, when I learned the hard way, I came out rosy. I don't get, minus some money, minus some pockets, some dollars. But you can always make more money. You can't make more time with the child. Anytime that you missed. You can't go back and recoup that. Life don't work that way. You can always make more bread. It's very important that we change the culture and how we behave as fathers. Okay? If you trust the system or wait around, I gotta wait for the laws to change. You don't deserve your damn children. Change your position and change what's going on in your life. Come on, man. We're men. Listen. Here it is. This is what you're supposed to do. Part 1, new and expecting fathers. Damn that birth certificate, signing that birth certificate. It's not worth the paper it's printed on. It's not worth it. Signing the birth certificate does not establish custody, nor does it give you time-sharing rights for the child. The only thing that does is give you a warm and fuzzy feeling of, oh, it's my baby. Oh, yeah, let me sign. The only thing it really does is put an unwed father, notice I said unwed father, it puts an unwed father on the hook financially for child support, for taking care of the child. Now, if you're already married, you're already on the hook for taking care of the child because you got that marriage certificate up on you. So the government or the system, legal system, is already a third party in your marriage. Hence, the marriage certificate, marriage contract. So, but what men need to start doing, unwed father. Now, you married fathers already, you want to sign that damn birth certificate, go right ahead. You know what? Hell, if you unwed, I wouldn't sign it, because I'm trying to tell you, I didn't even sign it with my youngest son. I ain't signing it. It's not required, okay? I'm not telling you unwed fathers not to sign it. I don't hear nobody crying like, oh, I missed out on my warm and fuzzy feeling. But that don't give you custodial rights or, you know what I'm saying, or established paternity. Just go ask. Google it. I'll throw something up on the screen here and have you read it. Where's the lie? It does not do what you think it does. Okay? How do we change this? This is very important. We need to do something. We need to practice, start a culture of doing this for you new and expecting unwed fathers. Now, for you fathers that are new and expecting that you're already married, you tune into the married fathers episode. This is for actually make sure you don't miss that one. But this is right here is specified for the unwed new and expecting fathers. Now, because you're already married, so you already have equal rights to the child. Already have equal custodial rights to the child because you're married. The only thing you got to do is not screw it up. Not be a pancake head. All right? So, look, as a non-custodial parent, because that's what you are as an unwed father, the mother is always seen as the custodial parent because she birthed the child. Now, if you want to wait 6 months, 6 years, the more you walk around as the mother being a custodial parent, even if you're in a relationship and you're the non-custodial parent, the more leverage she has on you, even through the legal system's eyes. What we need to start doing, and trust me, again, not an attorney. Attorney ain't gonna spit that real to you like this. This is not legal advice, but this is advice I give myself or anybody I lived with that's in my circle to make sure that they get the same results I got. To be able to be in the kids' lives no matter what happens in a relationship. All right? So understand that. What we need to start doing, guys, is not waiting till it's too late. Protecting your future. Ensuring your future. And how do we do that? As unwed fathers, we need to start doing this particular thing. And that is establish paternity and getting a joint custody order. That's right. Whoa, what is that? What is that? Let me tell you something. That's how a mother's custodial parent here, that's how a father moves up and becomes an equal custodial parent like the mother. Establishing paternity and a joint custody order. Now, you do this by way of going down to your local courthouse. Now, I want you guys to do your research. I don't want you to wait until you had a child. No, go down there. You got free time. You got days off. Go down there and talk to the family law person that's down there. Get like a self-help, you know what I'm saying? Not self-help. That may offer, not advice, but, give you the forms and stuff like that. And ask. There's usually a clerk in there or two. And ask who you can talk to about establishing rights of custody. And go down there and speak to the person that's down there. And just inquire and ask questions. And you'll see that in order to legally establish custody, you have to get paperwork behind it. Where else can you just go and sign one place, like on a stupid birth certificate, and you think everything's done? No, you're signing initial and hella times when you buy a house, you're renting an apartment, or you're buying a car. Listen, having a child is a business. Having children is a business. Because guess what? We need to start thinking of it that way because that's what the government thinks of it that way. They making bread off us and our babies. That's right. Because they know the breakups are going to happen, right? Divorce rates, 54, 56%. The breakups rates are higher than that. They know when people divorce and break up. Come on to the courthouse. Bam, put them on child support. Bam, put them on child support. Well, guess what? If you establish paternity and get a joint custody order, and you agree to terms how your time sharing is going to work, not just now, but also all the way through the child's 18. And you put that in the paperwork, okay? Now, the importance of doing that is to maintain position in your child's lives. It's to have that insurance. Now, I know a lot of people, they walk around here, I know, dude, look, that's how it is. I can't say like I know a lot of people because we've been brainwashed to think that, oh, we just signed a birth certificate, we just live our lives, and if we break up, then we have to fight for custody, fight for rights. No, how about you establish your rights as soon as the child is born? You can't do it beforehand. You have to do it as soon as the child's born. You can only do it day one of the child is born. I recommend doing it within the first 30 days. I notice I say first 30 days because I know people get lazy and want to push it to month 6 and don't want to have that conversation. It's some punk men out there, man. Trust me. I don't want to talk to her about statutory rights and bring it up to court. She's going to think do it. Why are you having a baby with somebody that you don't want to be able to have tough conversations with? Do it. Trust me, having that conversation is going to save you so much money in the future, and not just your stupid money. It's going to save you. It's going to save you from having a broken child, a child that doesn't know their father as they should. Because I tell you, you don't have the security. Your relationship that your child is going to grow up without you, going to get fed negative comments, is likely to get fed negative comments by the mother. Oh, heaven forbid you move on and she got somebody. Oh, see, he always with her and he's not taking care. You don't want no parts of that. I never had to experience it because I knew how to handle my business. But listen, this is what I need you guys. This is what I need you guys to do. When you have a child, you need to, in the first 30 days, go and establish paternity and get a custody order. Let's talk about the petition to determine paternity. In that petition, listen, it's simple. Don't let it intimidate you. It's just a 4 or 5 or 6 maybe page information paperwork. And it's a process, okay? But again, go down to your courthouse and ask the person, just how it goes. Trust me, they'll help you. They'll help you. You rather talk to them than talk to a judge and a mad and an angry baby mama. You rather do it that way. So look, you go down there. Section 1 is the mother and father. Just some pertinent info about the mother, father, addresses, all this type of stuff. Section 2 is a parenting plan and established responsibility and time sharing. So what you can write in there is like, you can have write in there saying, hey, this is our parenting plan. It can be week to week. It can be, hey, if you guys live together, the child lives with us equally and will always live with us. And you can write down there in the remarks box, will always live with us equally to the child is 18 to graduate high school, whatever. Write your terms. My point in saying this is doing this to where when you guys are in a good space, that's when the best decisions are made, when you're in a good space together. That's why when the child is young and she wants you to be there for the child and everything, and she don't want to do it by herself, she want to make sure that you're there. You don't want to wait till it's down the road to where now she's not in the business of doing it and you'll have to go and fight the hard way now. Do it when she's susceptible and she's in the honeymoon stages, when both of you are in the honeymoon stages of having a child. Now, so part 2 is about the parenting plan. Part 3 is about child support. Now, of course, this is a business, right? So they're going to try to get you. The system's going to try to get us for money. But you're going to have to do a financial affidavit. Both of you are going to have to do a financial affidavit. And based on what the financial affidavit says and based on the time sharing agreement that you come up with, the judge may try to render some child support. But if you normally, when people are together and a child is born, you're taking care of the child equally, or the father may be taking care of a majority of the time. But what you'll want to put here, what I would put here, is that or will recommend a family member to put in here, is that we'll equally take care of the child financially and physically until the child's 18. No child support no child support is necessary. Now listen, the judge always has the last word when it comes to child support, and may still try to get child support out of you, even though both parents may agree not to. But as you can see as well, there is on the second to last page, there's a petitioner request that the court. I'm sorry. Let me start over. There's an option. There's an option to motion to deviate from the child support guidelines. So that will be considered based on. And look, the judge is going to want to try to get money up out of you because they are. How can I put it? It benefits them to pay into the system. They get kickbacks for every child. Listen, not just judges, other entities within the child support system and family law system. They get kickbacks on child support paid. So they're going to, hey, listen, I'm on child support. Even with my son that I'm at 50-50 with. 50-50 physical timeshare. I pay $199 a month child support. Well, that's because at the time I made like $36,000 more than her a year. So it's really not fair for, and even then me giving essentially $200 a month, it's only $2,400 a year. So it still doesn't bring us on full scale. I don't see that $200, you know what I'm saying? So they're going to get some monies out of you, but you have to decide, are you going to get cut with a butter knife or are you going to get cut by a machete? All right? I recommend the butter knife, so that's with any type of situation. It's like with prenups. You're setting your terms. So guess what? Let's say that's later. I'm not even going to get into that. What needs to happen, guys, is we need to establish paternity and get a joint custody order. That's what needs to happen. And as you can see on the last page, second to last page, the petitioner requests that the court enters an order that, and for the sake of this, I put A and B because the purpose of it is to establish paternity. And the second order of business will be to have a parenting plan and time-sharing parenting plan, okay? Which will serve as the custody, within the custody order. So we put 2 checks on that. I don't know whatever else may imply that's based on your situation. And on the last page is basically a notary information and deputy clerk signing. But once you do that, you're going to have to see a judge as well now. Like I said before, you're going to have to see a judge. But as long as you guys are just going into this thing, making sure that we're only doing this for our child to make sure that if anything happens, to make sure we're both in each other's lives, you know what I'm saying, no matter what happens between us, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. And you just have to make sure that you're presenting it to her the right way. And there's a way how I would do that as well. We'll get into that later. But my basis of this whole video is to understand we got to stop waiting till something bad happens in order to establish our rights. You got to do it from the beginning. You can do it by yourself. Do it when everything's sweet between you and mom, and everything will be gravy more likely than not. Okay? Once that final judgment establishes paternity and you have a joint custody order, once you have that on file, listen, hopefully the relationship lasts, but if it doesn't, she can't just up and say, I'm taking the baby. Like, no, you can't. No, we can't. Don't you remember that, don't you remember that agreement that we made that's legally binding? If more men did that, the less women would feel like, oh, I can use the baby as a weapon once things get sour or once you want to take another path. You can secure your child. Now it's like, hey, there ain't no need for us to go to court because, hey, we already had this agreement in place. So now it looks like if she tries to change her mind to where initially she was doing something in the best interest of the child, now she's wanting to go and change it, will look like she's doing something not in the best interest of the child. And that will look bad on her. Okay? And so if we create a situation where when the drama arises, we have the assurance that we can pull out. Insurance card, bam! No, I don't get to lose my kids. Go try another sucker. That's what we need to start doing. All right? Hope that makes sense. Hope that makes sense. We just need to get into it and start a culture of establishing paternity and getting a custody order, a joint custody order, equal timeshare, right from the back. If we do that, we will eliminate this crisis we have. We got to get that word out there, though. All right? Nobody's attacking this fatherless society and this single mother epidemic like I'm doing. I'm trying to get it, I'm attacking it from the root, trying to get these new and expectant fathers to get the assurance they need and the information they need walking through the door of fatherhood, so they have a shield with them to protect them from any type of crap in life that tries to come and attack them and take their kids away. They'll have the shield and they'll have a sword. Like, back up or I'm gonna gut you. Flawless Fatherhood here. We'll talk on this more, because look, this is the basis in the groundwork. Like I said, think about if more fathers, let's think of 75% of the unwed fathers start doing that from the get-go, right? Think about 75% of the fathers, soon as their child was born, they established rights in the first 30 days. It will be less freaking issues going to court, less child support, less broken homes, less broken children growing into broken adults. Flawless Fatherhood. Subscribe to the video. Subscribe, like the video. Damn. Subscribe to the platform. Subscribe to the page. Make sure you like the video. Comment. Let me know what you guys think. You think it's any type of substance? Does it make sense? Guys, you got to be crafty. You have to think outside the box. You have to be unconventional to be flawless. You do. I didn't go by the book to secure my children. I walked around. I thought outside. I thought outside of the things I was taught. These men out here not divorcing women. These guys out here leaving their homes. I didn't do none of that crap. That's how I secured my kids. I'm going to get y'all.